Okay, this read aloud is a special read aloud that I'm doing this week. It is called The Golden Egg Book. Okay, and I will allow you to take an AR test over this. And if I haven't mentioned already, for this grading period, I'm going to go ahead and count any of the class read alouds that I have done so far that you've tested on towards your AR goal. I know this is a challenging grading period because you're not here at the school and you're at home doing all this work. So any class read aloud that I've done that you test on and you make a 70 or better on will count towards your reading goal for this grading period. Okay, so this book is the Golden Egg Book, and I'm going to hold this up so you can see your quiz number is 41502. Ooh, that's too close. The Golden Egg Book, quiz number 41502. So again, you may take an AR quiz on this book. This is a second grade level book. Okay, and this book was written by Margaret Wise Brown, illustrated by Leonard Weisgard, and this is a Western Publishing Company book. Okay, the Golden Egg Book. Now, as I read through this book, I want you to listen very carefully. For starters, I want you to see if you can figure out in your head, is this a fiction or a non-fiction book? If it is a fiction book, do you know specifically what genre of a fiction book this is? The other things that I want you to listen for are the characters, and I want you to listen for different settings throughout this book. And hopefully you're remembering what the setting is. So pause the video here and talk to somebody around you about what the setting of a book or written text is. If you told someone that the setting is the place that the story or where the story takes place, that is correct. That is the setting. Okay, so listen for the characters, listen for the settings. The Golden Egg Book. Once there was a little bunny. He was all alone. One day he found an egg. He could hear something moving inside the egg. What was it? Maybe a little boy. Maybe another bunny. Maybe an elephant. Maybe a mouse. Who could tell what he would find? And how would a little bunny know? But there was something inside that egg. He could hear something moving. He shook it. Then the bunny pushed the egg with his foot. He jumped on top of the egg. He climbed a tree and threw nuts at it. He rolled the egg down a hill, but still it didn't break, and whatever was in the egg didn't come out. So the bunny threw a rock at the egg. But because he was only a little bunny, it was a very little rock, and he didn't throw it very hard, and the egg didn't break. Pick, pick, pick. Something was trying to get out of the egg. The bunny sat very still and watched through his shining eyes. He sat very still and listened with his big, soft ears. Pick, pick, pick. Then the little bunny began to yawn, and he yawned, and he yawned. The egg was very quiet. He curled up all sleepy and warm close to the egg and went to sleep. He went to sleep because he was so sleepy. then, pick, 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 and peck, 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 and crackety crack, out jumped a little yellow duck. "Well, what is this?" said the little duck when he saw the bunny. "What could this little fur thing be?" Right now you might be thinking to yourself, this story's really cute and all, but it's not something that could really happen. These little critters would not really be talking to themselves or each other. So that kind of gives you an idea of whether or not this is fiction or nonfiction, and specifically what kind of fiction it is. The bunny was very sleepy, so he was still asleep and didn't wake up. "Inside the egg," said the duck, "I thought I was all alone in a small, dark world. Now I find myself alone with a bunny in a big, bright world, and the bunny won't wake up." So the duck pushed the bunny with his foot. And jumped on top of him, and threw a little rock at him, and rolled him down a little hill. Now, right now, the connection you should be making is how familiar that sounds to what was done to the little duck while in its egg. And the bunny woke up. "Where's my egg?" said the bunny. "And where did you come from?" "Never mind that," said the duck. "Here I am." So the bunny and the duck were friends, and no one was ever alone again. And that is the story of the Golden Egg book. So again, talk to someone about the setting of the story, who the characters are, and whether you think it's fiction, nonfiction, and specifically what genre of fiction it is. And you can pause here and do that. And then I will talk to you about the answers to those questions. Okay, so as you could tell throughout the book, the setting, it was outside, in the grass, somewhere outside. The settings were the bunny, and then of course the duck, when the duck came out of the egg. And as far as this story, it's fiction, because fiction means not real, it's fake, not real. And it's a fantasy because animals don't really talk. So we know it's a fantasy because animals talking could not really happen. Okay? Hope you enjoyed the book. Again, you may AR test on this towards your goal. I will not be taking it for a grade, but you can use it towards your AR goal for this grading period.